Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Today goes out specifically to the men and women who serve in our military, law enforcement, police, any first responders. This goes out to you. How do you deal with distressing circumstances? How do you respond with the feelings that come up when you have what seems like the whole world caving in around you? And it probably at times seems like it's nonstop and a thankless job, perhaps. So that would bring up a lot of feelings. That means that external circumstances are causing feelings to come up. Just like if I won the lottery today, I would have feelings come up. They would be positive feelings. These negative external circumstances are going to bring up negative feelings. And of course, we all are going to feel. It's okay to feel. In fact, we wouldn't be human beings if we didn't. But how do I respond to the feelings that come up, particularly in the most distressing of situations? And so I want to just make a point that it may seem easy to say now while I'm standing here in a house relatively safe, but it may seem maybe not so easy to think about this when circumstances are, caving, when there's an active shooter situation or a burning building or a terrorist attack or whatever the case may be. It's more difficult to think about this at those times, but we all have a choice as to what we think about, and ultimately what we think on will then lead to how we feel and ultimately our destiny. So we want to be able to control our thoughts. We can think about different things. We can think about higher things, even if we are in the midst of distress and turmoil. And if external circumstances dictate my peace, contentment, and joy, then external circumstances have control over me. So instead of me just saying this, I want to go into Philippians, where the Apostle Paul, where he wrote Philippians, this is Philippians 4, and Philippians is known as the Epistle of Joy. And interestingly, the Epistle of Joy was written by Apostle Paul when he was in prison. So in Philippians 4:4, Paul writes, "Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice." It doesn't say sometimes rejoice when you feel like it. So this is an example of, in spite of how I'm feeling today, even if it's bad, even if it's just depressed, even if it's distressed, even if it's afraid, I can rejoice. I can choose to open my mouth and say something that is praising the Lord, or at the very least, don't say anything negative. And the other that I would like to read to you, and I had made a picture with part of this on the photograph, is, where is it now? It's in Philippians 4:10. Let's see, 11. I have learned to be content with whatever I have. I know what it is to have little, and I know what it is to have plenty. In any and all circumstances, I have learned the secret of being well fed and of going hungry, of having plenty and of being in need. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.